Most people don't destroy their lives in one reckless decision. They slowly give it away. Not to failure, not to bad luck, but to comfort, distraction, and delay. Days start to blur together. Mornings feel rushed or numb. Evenings disappear into screens, noise, and habits that promise relief, but deliver nothing lasting. There's always a reason to start tomorrow, and tomorrow quietly turns into years. The real problem isn't that people aim too high and fail. It's that they aim too low and never notice. Unconscious living is subtle. It doesn't feel dangerous. It feels normal. And that's why it's so effective at keeping people stuck. When life becomes reaction instead of intention, direction disappears. You're busy, but you're not building anything meaningful. Clarity doesn't arrive as a sudden revelation. It's built through honesty. Real honesty means looking at your life without excuses. Not judging yourself, not shaming yourself, but telling the truth. The truth about where your time goes. The truth about what you avoid. The truth about which habits are shaping your future, whether you like them or not. Most people say they want confidence, freedom, purpose, or success, but their days reveal something else entirely. Their actions show a preference for comfort over growth, stimulation over focus, and convenience over long-term progress. That gap between what you claim to want and what you repeatedly choose is the source of quiet dissatisfaction. It's why people feel restless even when nothing is wrong. It's why success without alignment still feels empty. Your life is not built by your goals. It's built by your patterns. Goals live in your imagination. Patterns live in your calendar. If you want to understand where your life is going, don't listen to what you say. Watch what you do consistently. The structure of your days is the structure of your future. If your days are reactive, your future will be unstable. If your days lack discipline, your confidence will be fragile. If your days are intentional, even in small ways, your life will begin to align. Most people think clarity comes from thinking harder. It doesn't. Overthinking is usually a sign of avoidance. Clarity comes from reducing noise and committing to fewer things with depth. When everything feels important, nothing truly is. Endless options, constant input, and non-stop comparison fracture attention. You end up mentally exhausted but directionless, informed but not transformed. A focused life often looks boring from the outside. It looks repetitive. It looks uneventful. But repetition is how identity is built. When you show up in the same disciplined way day after day, you stop negotiating with yourself. And that's when momentum becomes automatic. Discipline isn't about force. It's about removing decision fatigue. You don't become confident by feeling ready. You become confident by doing difficult things consistently and surviving them. Confidence is earned evidence. It's the byproduct of action taken despite discomfort. Every promise you keep to yourself strengthens your self-respect. Every promise you break weakens it. Over time, this compounds into how much you trust yourself. And self-trust determines how big you allow your life to become. Excuses feel harmless in the moment, but every excuse you accept becomes a vote for the person you're becoming. Over years, those votes add up. Many people wait for clarity before acting. But clarity usually comes after movement. Action creates feedback. Feedback creates understanding. Waiting creates doubt. You don't need certainty to start. You need courage to begin poorly. Another truth most people avoid is responsibility. Not blame, but ownership. Taking responsibility means accepting that no one is coming to organize your life for you. No one will force you to focus. No one will make you disciplined. No one will save you from the consequences of how you spend your time. That sounds heavy, but it's also freeing. Because if you are responsible, then you are powerful. If your choices created this version of your life, then different choices can create a different one. Growth almost always requires subtraction. Not more ambition, not more goals, but fewer distractions. You don't need to fix everything. You need to identify the small number of behaviors that quietly sabotage everything else. The habit that drains your energy. The distraction that steals your attention. The pattern you keep repeating while pretending it doesn't matter. Eliminate or control those, and progress accelerates naturally. A meaningful life isn't built through intensity or dramatic reinvention. It's built through calm consistency, through doing the obvious, boring, unglamorous things even when no one is watching. The person who shows up daily with patience will outperform the person who relies on bursts of motivation every time. And here's the final reality most people ignore. Time does not wait for readiness. It doesn't punish hesitation. It simply moves forward, indifferent to your plans. Every day you live on autopilot is a day you don't get back. So the real question isn't what you want in 5 or 10 years. It's what you're repeatedly doing today that makes that future unavoidable. Because your future isn't uncertain. It's being constructed right now quietly, through your habits, your standards, and your choices. Live deliberately. Reduce the noise. Keep promises to yourself. Not to become perfect, but to become someone you respect, one decision at a time. If you're serious about improving yourself, I break down ideas like this every week. So if this helped, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next week.